Welcome everyone to episode 19 of Empyrion Galactic Survival. Empyrion for Noobs. Today, I thought we'd take the training wheels off the bike, and I'll show you what there is about CPU and mass and volume. To start with, a good place to start would be right here. We look at our CPU usage on our base. It's over the 80,000. We are tier 1. If CPU was enabled, and we are going to enable it for this game, but after we fix this little problem, otherwise the what happens when you're over on CPU is this CPU efficiency number drops. And when this number drops, stuff like your generators aren't as efficient. And if you're running close to the edge on power, it's very easy for you, if you turn on one of your large power-hungry devices, say the deconstructor or whatever, it's possible that the generators will be overloaded and you'll get a warning flashing up here, and the generators will explode if you don't stop doing that, turn the power off to those things again. But that only happens if you're over on CPU. One of the other problems that we're running into here on our base is the lack of storage. See, our constructor input is over, way over what you normally could store in a 16,000 unit container. It's almost 6 times over. And we have to take care of that problem. Our structure output also is over, although I think we can get away with just moving some of that stuff around. Our personal inventory is well over. It's over by 1,000, carrying 1,000 times more volume than we normally would be able to. We have to take care of that problem. What'll happen is, if I change this game back to mass and volume on true, this number will be red, and I won't be able to add anything to my personal inventory. I can only take stuff away from it. Nothing terrible will happen, but that's what happens. You won't be able to really do anything with your personal inventory until you empty it out and get it below 650. Take a look here. Just notice I have a couple dents down here. Our ship also is over. We hit P, and it's well over as well. It's almost 3-4 times over. It is also tier 1. That means we have to add our CPU extenders to this. Anyway, we're going to take care of all these problems because we have lots of stuff. We have the stuff we need to build all of those items. So let's just go in and make sure they're unlocked. Hit the F key and the F4, I mean, and get into our tech tree. For the base, we want to unlock the T2 extender. And we're at level 25. We have enough points we can actually go through and unlock everything. For the moment, I will just do the CPU extenders. Our storage problem here, we're going to take care of that with the container controllers. And let's see, anything else? I'm not going to put any guns on the base because we destroyed the drone base, so there are no more base attacks. For the SV, I'll unlock its CPU extenders. We have to put 2 of these T3 extenders onto the ship. We go up, take a look. Statistics. CPU statistics, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, that's right. We did not put that on there because of our... we had CPU turned off. There was no need for that. So we'll make 1 of these to bring us up to tier 2. We have to make 2 of these to bring us up to tier 3. That'll get us to 40,000, which is above where we're at right now, 31,000. And later on, if we want to do tier 4, we got to make 4 of these. Not just make them, you got to find some place on the ship for them. Let's take care of our storage problem downstairs first. I'll park myself over here. Hit the F4 key and get into our logistics menu. Select constructor input. I'll keep decon as our output so I know where everything's going at the moment. And for our base, we need 1 of these. And for our storage on our base, we need 1 container controller. And see how many of these am I going to get. You can see they hold 8,000 SU, which is half of what 1 of these long containers holds that we have on our base right now. In other words, our constructor input is already at 16,000. So in order to make any headway on this, we have to get up to at least 80,000. That's 10 of them. Let's make... let's just make 20. They're cheap. If you look, they just steel plates, all that they're made out of. And you can see we have quite a bit of that. Turn that off. Now, I should find a place to put this. I think I'll hit F5 so I'm floating above everything. Hit the logistics key, F4, and I'll hook myself to decon. And I'll pull the top off the floor here. Alright, let's see here. I put the CPU extender there. Now if you hit the P key, see, we are now in Tier 2 territory, and we're at 200,000. So we have a little over 120,000 to play with. Let's I'll dig under there a little bit. Put our container controller there. And once again, these work by the faces of these blocks in a direct line touching that. So every block you put down here that touches another block on its face is added to that controller. If you hit F4 right now and look at your container controller, see we're up to 32,000. If I add 2 more, not 2 more, but added 4 more. See, we're up to 64,000. Should probably just continue this along here. All right. Now we're at 112,000. That's more than we need at the moment, which is good. F4, get back to our decon, get our concrete blocks. And let's fill this in. All right. Well, it's getting dark. Sun's going down and it's raining. That's not good. Let's hit F4 again. Let's select our, well, first, let's hit P. Devices. Auto group. We have some things here that we added that weren't put into groups. Now they are. This container controller, we're going to rename that constructor input. And our old constructor input, we're going to name that stuff 1. Now you hit F4. Select our constructor input. This side we'll select stuff 1, which used to be our constructor input. And we're going to move all that stuff from here over to here. And there it is. See, we have some room to spare there. Looks like there's some items here that don't belong here. We can get rid of them. In fact, let's do that right now. The only stuff that should be in here are things that can be used to make other things. And so far, coming down the list here, these items, the upgrade kits for the weapons, they need to be in here if you want to upgrade your weapons. It's done in the constructor. In fact, you take your old weapon, put it in here, and then you can upgrade it. So these items will stay in there. This belongs in there. That's all right. We do not need this stuff. Can't make other things out of those things. The water could go into the fridge. Get that ammo out of there. Keep the steel plates and the nitrocellulose. The autominer cores, you make auto miners out of them. So we'll keep them over here. They look just like some kind of small block or cylinder engine. V4. Anyway, I think that's everything. We've got a lot of titanium rods we got from looting, which is great. We haven't mined a single titanium deposit yet. I haven't even found one yet. Okay, I think that's everything on there. Let's take care of our output. Stuff should go into here, but we're full up, as you can see. No more slots. If we had empty slots, we could move stuff over here. At the moment, remember, we haven't turned the CPU on for this game yet, and we will once we get things tidied up here. So let's see what could be moved out of here. That's all the stuff we want to sell. Let's put this in the container controller. Take like 4 of each item. Usually it's hard to sell more than that. The people who buy them usually don't have that many open spots for stuff to be sold. Alright. That'll do. Now let's move some stuff. Into stuff. That's where we're going to move stuff into stuff. What I want in constructor output really is stuff that the constructor outputs, like these building blocks, or these items here, or these. You can have the constructor make these for you. But everything else that's sort of already been made, like our meds, and that device, and the bike, stuff that's already been finished. We'll take the energy out of there as well. Keep the blocks, keep these out of there. And the armor. Oxygen. all that stuff out of there. Now let's see where we're at here. It looks like we're in the red zone because we're very nearly filled up, and that's mostly coming from the concrete blocks. You see, you take some of them out and they're gone. But we'll keep that just the way it is. I think we're good to go here. It'd be a good idea to clear up our player inventory first as well. Stuff. We got some meds over here, so let's dump our meds. Except for that. You should always keep the bandages on you. And we'll pick up whatever meds we need if we're going to go out tempting fate. Let's get rid of half of our energy. That takes up a lot of space. Get rid of most of this. We don't need that many projectile rifle rounds. We do want to keep all of our laser rifle cells. Let's get rid of all of that fuel. Yeah, there you are. We're below the number. We're below 650. So this place is now fixed up, ready for us to turn on CPU. Let's sleep through the night here so we work during the day. Now let's take care of the truckster. Truckster needs... Oh. This is like this because we don't have any input. Remember, we changed our constructor input to another box. Let's see, Decon has lots of room in it, so let us do our SV CPU extenders. Before you click on them, just make sure in the list it says placeable SV. Don't want to make something you don't need. Make one of those, and we make 2 of these T3s. And let's see, I think our ship could use another fuel tank. It does seem to run low on fuel rather quickly, so we'll make another fuel tank for it. Right, let's get up and fix the truckster so it's legal. Or key and Econ link to that. Get our stuff. And I think I'll put this stuff in the back here. We'll like enlarge our ship straight back by 1 or 2 blocks. Right, we have all this room to play with here, so put our T1 there, and one of our T2s over here, and let's see, where do I want to put the fuel tank? I think I'll stick that, I might as well stick it down here. Let's see, now that's sort of off-center type deal. Let's make it look pretty. Let's these off. And let's stick the fuel tank in there. And these items. Hit F4. Our scanner and our wireless connection. Grab those two. Let's see. Let's put our scanner put it right there. The more vulnerable part of this ship is the bottom, mainly because we're usually above whatever's shooting at us. I'll put that up there on top. Alright, now I just have to fill these out. I want to cover all this stuff in the back with more of these. Select that. Alright, we're going to need some more of those, so let's hit F4 and turn our constructor in and get some more of the small ones. I'll make 20. Once again, they're dirt cheap. Alright, we're going to need these. We're going to round our back end off a little bit. And down here. We'll fill the inside here with the flat ones. And we'll get the corner units. Okay, that's all done. One of the things I wanted to take care of also is these landing gear. You know, they're kind of, you know, they work better if they were further out. But if you put them here, a part of them wouldn't be sitting on a flat surface. So what I want to do is I'll get rid of this and this. And I'll put flat ones there. Give us a mounting area for our landing gear. G key, get back to my hotbar. Right. Now let's see, tab. Got my color tool here. Okay, part of the thing is I'm carrying too much oxygen too. Probably cut that in half. We're going to select smooth metal and whole box and the brown. And now the metallic P. F5, get our drone going here. There we go. Okay, let's go lift her off here. Look at our P key and auto group again. Main. See, we're 32,000 of 40. We're at tier 3. So we're good to go there. You see our fuel low. It's because we added a fuel tank. Can hold a lot more fuel now. Fire her up here. Get her off the floor. Let's go collect our landing gear. Oh, the shields. You've noticed the shields just finished charging, so we'll hit the P key while looking at it and turn the shields off. You can't add and remove things to your ship while the shield is on. And let's see, these are brown. F4. Grab our landing gear. P key. Select our landing gear. The little ones that I like. Put the little curvy ski-like thing up front. Assuming we're going to be moving forward when we land. Not backwards. And paint them. Alright, that ship is good and ready to go. Alright, I think we're in a good position to take the training wheels off, so all you need to do is hit the escape key and save your game. Then quit. Resume game. Come back up to our game that we had just saved. And hit difficulty. And now you can change your difficulty on this game. And what we're going to be changing is... I'm also going to change our constructor speed. I'm not going to go full crazy and go to slow, because that's just plain dumb and stupid. It takes forever to get anything made. Even fast, not fast enough for me, but it'll give you an idea of how you have to wait around for things when you don't put it on instant. Turn on our mass and volume, and turn on our CPU points. And let's load that game. All right. See, on the surface, nothing has changed except we have our numbers here, and see, do we have anything to deconstruct? I don't want to deconstruct that stuff. I know what I wanted to do is do some selling. Let me, there's all sorts of things we can do here, but, the fridge, do this. We haven't harvested stuff in quite a while. Harvest our wheat.
Did you say wheat? Wheat.
Fruits and veggies. All this lovely protein. Well, it's not lovely, but it's protein. And I'll turn that on. And now we can see stuff that we want to make. I'm going to make probably one of these. You see it takes salami. And salami takes spice, and we have 3 spice here. We're not growing any spice. So I think we'll probably have enough to make one of those packs. And you see it now takes lots of time to make stuff. So I just queue up a bunch of stuff, leave it running. The way the constructor works, it has to make these things first before it can make that thing. In other words, it makes the items that go into it, like the cheeseburger here. Takes meat, bread, and cheese. So it's got to make the bread first and make the cheese first. And if we didn't have cheese already made, which we do have some bread already made. But it's neither here nor there. It's going to go chewing through that stuff here. Let's look at our power consumption. We're at 5%. Our battery is fully charged. Let's take a look at stuff we may want to sell. Empty the deconstructor out. We're overloaded with concrete blocks. Let's just trash them. We'll make more as we need them. And in our ship, we do have lots of space left. Let's take some. Got a pretty good representation of all the weapons to sell. Got a bunch of the T1 multi-tools, T2 multi-tools, regular shotguns. I have any regular assault rifles in here? Yes, I do. Maybe I'll take a couple more of those. Definitely can sell the armor. These fancy T2 pistols, we haven't got any of those to sell yet. T2 shotguns, we have those to sell. Sniper rifles, we've got 4 of those to sell. Okay, I think that's everything you want to sell there. I know I want to put we want to save one of these for use here. I'm going to deconstruct those 2. while that's going, hit this and hit deconstruct. Keep an eye on our power usage. We're still pretty good with those two things running. We're not over our limit that our small generator's putting out. And you see, it's going to take time now. It doesn't do it instantaneously. But this is the items you get for just one of these units. See how our food's coming along. Making the bread now. Now you can see why I don't like to wait around. It's a pain. Oh, we have a few items over here that don't belong here. I was wondering where these guys got to. I want to sell those. Sell that. And there are things in here that do not belong in here. Like that. And that. That and that and that. 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 Alright. I think that's everything that doesn't belong in here. I like to keep the plant seedlings in here. Still making bread. Still working on the first one of these. I don't want to leave here while these items are running. Maybe we can do a little work on the base. Let's extend our solar to its maximum. I have to see which one of these has got room in it. I think I can do a constructor output. Got our blocks. We need two more capacitors and 10 more solar panels. What our power usage is like. We're very near the maximum here, as you can see. We're using 2.7, and that's with these three things switched on and working at the same time. We're making cheese. How much milk have we got left? Oh, the milk is made by water and protein. Got tons of protein, I believe. Yes. And let's hit F4 and let's link ourselves to this. Grab this. And our concrete blocks. We're going to need more of those. Keep an eye on these because as soon as we can turn them off, the better. And that's using up our plant protein, so we got quite a ways to go on that. Turn this off, that'll take some of the strain off. Let me get a little closer here. Alright, I think I'm going to level this out. So I'll pick up this solar panel. And I'll put another course of blocks on top of here. I want to make it look neat. And we'll select the flat one. Rotate it. Very good. And I think I'll build out this way. So go 1, 3. This is where the next capacitor / battery is going to go. By the way, you could put these anywhere you want. You could put these in your building if you wanted. It's, they don't have to go out here. I just like to keep this stuff together. Sort of modular looking. Right, we're out of blocks. Concrete blocks. We'll have to make some more. We can't have too many at the same time because that'll take us over. So here, and let's select this. And let's make another 20. It does make concrete blocks pretty fast, which is okay. Pretty good. Be building hell if you had to wait around forever for these to pop up. Alright, select our flat panel again. Put these down. Okay. Let's bring this out to 3. Our other capacitor there. Hit F4 and make some more concrete blocks. Now you can see why I like to set that thing to instant. Yeah, it feels kind of cheaty, but life's too short to be waiting around for this stuff. How long does Jean-Luc Picard have to wait around for his Earl Grey hot? And let's make some more. We're waiting. We're at the point now where it's got to make the stone dust and the concrete before it can make the block. We had lots of stone dust and lots of concrete already made. That's why it was going through very quickly. But now it has to make those things before it can make the finished block. Okay, and let's put down our panels. There we go. We got our full complement of solar cells. The maximum you can have for your base or CV is 15. Let's see, this guy should be done, so I'll turn him off so we're not wasting juice. It's getting dark and our power has dropped a little bit because we're not gathering the solar energy. Here your battery says 31% when it was almost 100. It's because we added 2 more capacitors. Our total capacity for stored battery power has grown by 2/3. We added 2 capacitors. So that sort of split the power that was in the one between all 3 of them. What it means is once it does get up to 100%, we'll have 3 times as much energy stored there as we had previously at 100%. Our CPU, you can see, went up to over 100. All that stuff we added, the panels, put us up over 100. Let me turn my light on, it's getting dark again. This should be done, so we'll turn that off. Not wasting any more power. Right, I think this is all done. I think that's a good place to leave this episode. Next episode we will go trading. Take all that junk with us and go trading stuff. I think that's a good thing to do. In any case, as always, thanks for joining me. I hope to see you again tomorrow.